Ferrari 512 Modulo. We start off our unbelievable list with a car that was developed to be as fast as possible, and so has quite an uncommon design to make it that way. The Ferrari 512 Modulo is very low in order to be as aerodynamic as possible, and it succeeds. This race car can reach a top speed of 350 km/h. Although built back in the 70s, it still looks quite futuristic today. Unfortunately, it never went into production. Ferrari kept it as a one-off. ISO Assetto N. Extension. We have the ISO Assetto. It's a cute little Italian car with a big door which opens at the front. Because there was a lack of material after World War II, small vehicles were very popular. It became famous when BMW built the Assetto on license, and it was the first car to achieve a fuel consumption of 3 L per 100 kilometers. The three-wheel car is very efficient, but not very fast. During its production run from 1953 until 1961, more than 160,000 Assettos were produced. Stout Scarab. The next car looks a bit like the Assetto, but is longer and has 4 wheels. Believe it or not, it is considered as the first minivan in the world. It is not a very big car, but despite that, it is fitted with a Ford V8 engine in the back. It was designed in the early 30s and cost 4 times more than a luxury Chrysler Imperial of the same era. Unfortunately, few people were willing to pay for the innovation. Only 9 examples of this minivan were built, and only 5 still exist today. Nissan S-Cargo. The name is a pun, standing for small cargo, and escargot, which means snail in French. And unsurprisingly, this Nissan looks a lot like a snail. It is a small commercial van, which was built from 1989 until 1991, and its design was inspired by the Citroën 2CV Fourgonette. In the short 2-year production run, Nissan produced 8,000 escargots, but only for the Japanese market. Messerschmitt KR200. This Messerschmitt is called a Cabinenroller in Germany, which means cabin scooter. It is a 3-wheeled bubble car for 2 persons. One in the front, driving, and the passenger sits in the back. It was produced from 1955 up to 1964, and 40,000 units were sold. This Messerschmitt holds a speed record. The cabin scooter reached a top speed of 103 km/h. That's faster than any other 3-wheeled vehicle. It is designed by Fritz Fend, an aircraft engineer, which you can see in the design of this car. PLP50. To continue in the 3-wheeled car trend, the 5th spot on our list goes to another one, the PLP50. It's the world's smallest car, weighing in at only 59 kilograms. Although inadvisable, it can reach a top speed of 61 km/h to save weight. It has no reverse gear, but that's not a problem. You can easily pick it up and turn it around by a special handle due to its light weight. You could even park it in your office or on your desk if you want. Only 47 of these micro cars were built. Amphica Model 770. We continue the list with a car with 4 wheels and 2 propellers. What? Propellers? Yes, this car can drive on the road and sail on the water. It is watertight and features a flag and navigation lights. It performs well in the water, but is very expensive to produce, and for that reason, only 3,878 Amphicars were made in just 7 years. Bond Bug. You might think that this Bond Bug is a special vehicle used by 007, but that is not the case. This minicar was made by the Reliant Company, known from its 3-wheeled vehicles. It was produced as a fun car, and it was often used by motorcyclists and young people, because no license is required to drive this car. Davis Divan. Another exceptional vehicle is the Davis Divan. This is again a 3-wheeled vehicle with a very round design. After 2 prototypes, the company's owner launched a very aggressive promotional and publicity campaign for the car across the United States. He raised over €1 million from 350 car dealerships to finance his project, but it never came to a mass production. Davis did not pay his employees and could not deliver the cars to the dealerships. Therefore, both parties sued the Davis Company. There are only 13 Davis Divans built, and 12 of them still exists.